What's up, guys? So up until now, all we've really done is just learn how to navigate and learn a couple of useful keyboard shortcuts to just help efficiently type out what we're trying to do within the terminal on our computers. In this video, I'm going to show you how to actually create some folders, delete folders, create files, delete files, and that type of thing. So the first thing we're going to do is just navigate somewhere where that you want to make a folder, right? So right now, as you can see right now, I'm in my desktop. If I type in pwd, I can see exactly where I'm at. I would recommend you navigate to your desktop too. If you don't remember, just type in cd and then desktop if you're on a Mac, and you're on your home path or whatever. But yeah, just go to your desktop, and then the way that you make a folder or directory inside of the terminal is simply by using the command mkdir. So mkdir just simply means make directory, so the mk is make, dir stands for directory, and then you type in the name of the directory that you want to create. So let's say we're just going to name it tutorial, right? So mkdir tutorial, I press enter. And now if I type in ls and I look through what I have, we can see that we have tutorial right here. And if I want to actually navigate to it, same as earlier, just cd tutorial, tab to autocomplete, press enter. Now pwd, I am in the folder that we had just created. And now let's say I want to take it a step further and I want to create a file inside of the folder that we just created. To create a file, all you got to do is type in touch, so touch, and then the name of the file that you want to make. And when you make the file, you can choose the extension that you want it to have. So let's say we're just going to make a simple text file. I'll type in touch space and then I don't know, test.txt. And now if I type in ls, we can see that we have one file in here. And the file is going to be empty, but it exists, right? So now let's say that we want to take it another step further and we want to actually edit this file. We want to add words to it, right? The way we go about doing that, well, there's a couple different ways. One simple way, in my opinion, is using something called Pico. When you first use Pico, it's kind of like, oh, what's going on? But it's fairly simple. So to use Pico, you just type in the word itself, Pico, space, the name of the file that you want to edit, right? So test.txt, enter, and it takes us to this brand new little window, right? And in here, we can actually see the contents of the file that we just entered into it. So right now, we're looking at the file, which is called test.txt, and we can type in whatever we want. So we can say, hey guys, you can enter what up. You can type in whatever you want here, right? If you want to get out of Pico and stop editing, you can, what I usually do is I just press Control X to exit. It'll ask if you want to save it, type in Y, and then enter. And we are back in the terminal. And now, if I, for example, run Pico again, we'll see that we still have the changes that we made a little while ago. So that's how we create a folder, create a file inside that folder, and edit the contents of the folder itself. If we don't want to make any changes, we can just press Control X, and we go back to where we were. So now let's say that I want to see what's inside of the file without actually going to Pico and trying to make any edits. I'm just curious as to what exists inside of it, right? To do that, all we have to do is type in cat space the name of the file, which is test.txt, press enter, and it shows us the contents of that file right here. Some other useful little commands for reading files are head and tail. Head shows you the first 10 lines of a file, and tail shows you the last 10 lines. Obviously, our file is too short for that to be useful, but for example, if I use that right now, it'll give us the exact same output because it's only 2 lines, but let's just really clarify that. So let's go back to it. Let's add just a couple lines. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and let's just go here to the top. By the way, if you want to just click inside of here instead of having to navigate using the arrows, just press Alt and then click where you want to go, and then let's just take off these first 2 lines and then make 1 be the first line, right? And then let's Control X, Y, enter, we're back here. Obviously, just like earlier, if I use cat, it's going to show us the entire file. If I use head, and then the same thing, test, it'll show us the first 10 lines, and if I use tail and test, it'll show us the last 10 lines, so it starts at 4. So yeah, that's how you create a folder, create a file, edit the file, and then preview the file. Now let's say that, oh, it turns out like this file is pretty useless, we don't want it. How do we go about deleting it? Well, that's very simple. All you got to do is just type in rm for remove space the name of the file, so which is test.txt. If I press enter and now I check to see if it's still there, ls is empty. We get no feedback on that because we're still inside of the tutorial folder, but there's no contents. If I try running the commands from earlier, like tail test.txt, it doesn't find it. It doesn't exist anymore. And then let's take it another step further and actually delete the directory that we just created at the beginning of this video. To go about doing that, all you have to do is, well, for starters, you want to get out of the folder. So we want to go to the parent folder of that. So to navigate back out of the tutorial folder, I'm just going to type in cd space ... Now if I check where I am, I'm back in the desktop, and if I type in ls, we can see tutorials in here. And to go about deleting that folder, all you got to do is type in rm dir. Rm is remove, dir is directory. Remove directory, space, the name of the folder, tutorial, enter, and now if I type in ls again, as you can see, tutorial is gone. And so yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Hopefully you guys found this useful. Hopefully it made a lot of sense. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. If you're a little bit lost and you want to review, you can check out some of my earlier videos about some of the basics like CD, PWD, and LS that you can use in the terminal. If you're finding this useful, leave a like, subscribe for more content, and yeah, peace.